Now that I'm live, I have a lot of things to say. I've been noticing I've been getting less viewers recently because I've been talking about how social skills and social calibrations is getting my students, girlfriends, getting them laid during COVID-19, getting them laid during social circle, and pulling. Impossible cases are pulling. I said it was social skills and social calibrations, not game. And so many people got upset with me. They don't even want to listen to what I have to say. Thanks, man. Thanks, man. Hey, what's up, guys? I'm just going to tell you guys the truth, and I'm not going to make this video super long. Let's just dive right into it, all right? If I take longer than 20 minutes, please tell me to shut the fuck up. All right, let's get right to it. So what is evolutionary psychology? It started with Generation 1, which is Mystery and Ross Jeffries. I was part of the 2001 generation. I was there day gaming in 2001 in university. So I was part of Generation 1 of pickup artists for dating coaches. Now that you know that, so I was from that generation. Generation 2 was RSD. They did away with all the evolutionary psychology. Looks don't matter, race don't matter, height don't matter. Nothing matters except game. Generation 3 is simple pickup. Phone number closes. Generation 4, potent fields. And I was also part of Generation 4. Generation 5 is using a funnel, which is Instagram. You know, if she responds to you, you text her, bring her out. If she doesn't, whatever. Let the Instagram do all the conversions, the pictures, the value. But that follows evolutionary psychology at the very least. Let's get right into it. So now that we know the 5 generations of PUA, we used to live in tribes in the caveman days. Let's talk about the tribes. In our ancestors, we used to live in tribes. Survival and replication value was very important. So what happened is there's always the alpha male leader. And of course, you might be thinking, like, not every tribe these days, not all the alphas get laid, that all the betas are dead. Is actually, when I did my research, I found there's a specific race of chimpanzees that the beta males still gets laid, not just the alpha. That is closer to human evolutionary psychology. However, a lot of things have changed. In the old days, we used to be like clubbing women in the head and just like dragging them off in the corner and just banging them and procreating. That was the old days of the caveman days, but I'm telling you, not a lot of things have changed. Not a lot of things have changed. So for evolutionary psychology, what is survival and replication value? This is a mystery method concept, but the problem with mystery is he's only got half-baked game concepts. So let's break it down. So I didn't feel like going here until now. I just felt like finally get up. Survival and replication value. Okay, S and R value. Maybe I can write it better. Survival and replication value. So what the fuck does survival and replication value mean? Survival value in the caveman days means how much resources you have. If you want to raise a family, you want to make sure you have enough resources so that when you actually are raising a family, they'll survive. This is why women, you think they're all into money, they're gold diggers. Now we know that money does play a big role. Money does play a big role, but nobody wants to talk about this. Be husband material, but not Will Smith material. Will Smith is a simp, and he doesn't have game. Let's see how all this fits together. Replication value. What is replication value? In the caveman days, being tall. When you're tall and you're good looking, doesn't mean you're good looking. That's not important. That's replication value. I'll talk about pre-selection and protector status. Pre-selection and protector status. We'll talk about that later. But you will need some height and muscles. You wonder why women were so attracted to the height when John Elite made a video showing the students getting laid faster because they are taller. Now all the audiences are pissed off at me because, John, you're being negative. Like the sheep. Bah, bah, John, you're being negative. John, negative, because RSD Generation 2 says height doesn't matter. Bah. But it does matter. because it is survival and replication value. That fits in with replication value, does it not? Now it's like, whoa, shit. So it's evolutionary psychology from Charles Darwin, and Charles Darwin challenged the Christians and their ideology of the Bible. Although I'm very religious myself, I do believe in God. I'm a Christian. Okay, I know it sounds very fucked up, but John's also very scientific. However, saying that, my belief is challenging the red pill ideology and is making you all very angry. When I challenge red pill, your ears shut up like goddamn sheep's bah. So replication value. Does height matter? Does it matter during the caveman days? Fighting off a saber-toothed tiger, protecting your women, protecting your children. Does it matter? Does muscles matter? And why do cavemen or human beings, why did they procreate before, about 4%, with Neanderthals? These are like tall white dating coaches or tall black-looking dating coaches. They're like Neanderthals. They're just tall and they're strong. But why? Oh, why did it matter? Very simple. Because it's replication value. So this supports the fact that height motherfucking matters. It supports that height really matters. But now you guys are dismissing it. Like RSD said height doesn't matter. Red pill. It's all game. I'm not saying it's not game. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying during COVID-19, my students were getting laid like crazy with survival and replication value and social skills. That's the funny thing. Now that you realize what survival and replication value, let's talk about protector status and pre-selection. So why do some people, like more K-pop looking pretty boy types, Asians, although they don't have the protector status, why do women find them attractive? Because in the caveman days, the guy who was pre-selected by other women, the guy who's a pretty boy, has good genetics. When he is pre-selected by other women automatically, jumps on his cock. Because pre-selection already tells the other women, their evolutionary psychology, that if this guy's pre-selected, then what's the point of even trying to think? It's just as dumb as a sheep saying red pill, infield, authority. I give authority, no critical thinking. Now you get it. So that's pre-selection. In protector status, obviously the muscles. So when I talk about social skills, you guys remember the chart, right? Social skills, social calibrations, emotional intelligence, and game. But how does this chart fit in with evolutionary psychology? Because I've been telling you, this chart will fit in with all of them. I have posted a video and all of you were offended because I show my students who are less emotional, more alpha, more psychopathic rather than sociopathic and autistic sheep, less of that. Why in the world do women find that more attractive? Why do they get laid faster? Very simple. Very simple. Survival value. Survival value. Because if a person can control their fucking emotions around women, guess what? He's more survivable. A person who acts like a woman are not survivable. Does that make sense? So basically, that's where autism comes in. When you have autistic traits where you just all of a sudden just your cunt hurts, right? You can hold your hands and start crying together because you're both cunts. If that's the case, unless you're a tall looking black guy or a white guy, they don't give a fuck. And let me ask you a question. Do you think white people connect with women? Of course not in Daygame. Do you think the tall ones, they don't connect with women? They don't have to connect with women because they're tall and white. Height matters because it's protector status. Replication value, guys. You're like, holy shit, John has really broken this down to a fucking science. That's right. And you're wondering, why does Elite 30 from hard case to hero work so well? Let's look at the questions. Social calibration, more important skill. Exactly. It is something that you have to master because when you're looking at a tribal mentality, okay, if there's a tribe here, let's just say there's a tribe here. Right here is the leader. Here's all the followers. But the leader of the tribe, okay, the leader of the tribe is more alpha. So his body language will be more alpha. He will stand taller. This is why my Pakistani mentor is so good at game, because he doesn't care about insulting women. because he's acting like the alpha tribe leader. Are you guys getting it now? This is what you did not understand before, because you dismissed social calibrations. He wasn't the only student when you saw him get a girlfriend during COVID-19. Another student the same day or one day afterwards or before, actually 23rd or one day before, okay? July 4th, I believe. He's July 3rd. He got laid July 3rd. The other guy got laid July 4th, got a girlfriend. So for July 3rd, another student fucking got laid during a social circle using my body language, guys. Nobody wants to listen to Johnny Elite. Johnny Elite will always tell you the truth of the game. Is no spin, and through all the testimonials over time, people begin to realize John's always telling you guys the truth. But does it take you 500 testimonials in order to listen to this? I mean, listen to evolutionary psychology. Any questions? Now that you know that body language matters in social skills, the reason why it's working so well during COVID-19 is because now everybody's affected. Everybody's scared of catching the virus. A lot of the women are losing what? The survival value. The so-called woke, the movement, the women who used to make money used to have survival value. So they only look for replication value. Now that their survival value, the women are fucked. Now they're more open, but only for the guys who have more social skills and social calibrations. In the old days, before COVID-19, in the boot camps, I could say that maybe 60% is social calibrations and social skills, and maybe 40% is game. So it's not like I dismiss game, because game is seduction. But you can't seduce all the time. If you were in a caveman days, imagine you at fucking POA going in these tribes. Hey baby, how's it going, right? I thought you looked cute. What's the alpha male gonna do? What the fuck are you doing talking to my women? You want to continue that? Smash his fucking head in. That's why people have like approach anxiety, because they're worried that if they approach the wrong women, they're gonna get their head fucking smashed in. So it is built into our nervous system. If that's the case, it's built into our nervous system. Why are you guys dismissing all this? Red pill, where looks don't matter, so that means pre-selection doesn't matter to them. Height doesn't matter because they're dismissing replication value. You know, looks don't matter, race don't matter. Race is also part of pre-selection. As you know, tall whites get a lot of results. Tall blacks, even if you look black, even if you're Indian, you shave off all your hair. Even though you probably do have hair, you just shave it all off. If you look black and you look tall, you get the pre-selection, right? And then we got the Latinos, Middle Easterns. So this is like up here, but it's traded in Europe. This is different. Then over there you got Pakistanis. Then you got the Indians who are whitewashed Indians. Then you got the short blacks, right? SB, short blacks. Then you got the Curry Indians, CI. Oh my God! Like the thing is that you are so beautiful, baby. Oh yeah. So and the Asians are always dead last. I don't know why that is, but however, they always come up the last place because most people don't have testimonials from Asian guys in Daygame because it requires social skills. That's just the thing, though. My students that gets laid, you wonder how come there's a certain type of Asian students that get more results than others. It's simple. I talk about the tall Korean actor-looking guys. Protector status. I talk about the K-pop looking guys, pretty boy types. Pre-selection. Everyone else in between, you just gonna bang at Asian women, or you're gonna bang a woman who's like 4 or 5 out of 10, and you're gonna call it abundance. And then you go back to Tinder, and then you go back to night game. You're a faggot, but you're ignoring evolutionary psychology. This is why the students always wear like nicer clothing and stuff. This is just the truth, guys. I don't have time for all this fucking theories. Whoop whoop, let's fucking go. Who the fuck are you? Anyways, let's see if am I missing anything? Because that's all I want to say before you guys your brain shuts off. All right. So basically, what's happening during COVID-19 is there are 3 responses. There are 3 responses. Maybe this is the last thing I'll talk about. I'll keep this one short. Fight, flight, and freeze. So fuck. Fight, flight, or freeze. So you used to be in fight mode. Some of you used to be alpha. But because of COVID-19, you've been freezing up at home, or you want to run away. But that is very similar to evolutionary psychology, guys. If a tiger comes at you and wants to attack you, your first response is either, fuck yeah, I got a spear, I'm gonna kill this motherfucking tiger, right? Fuck this tiger, I'm gonna fucking kill this saber-tooth tiger. Fucking get near me, I'm gonna fucking just jump right in the fucking spear. The second response is you're gonna freeze up. That's why you see a lot of people day game like this, in the fetal position. The reason why they're in the fetal position is because that's like when you're fearful, your nervous system will go like this. It'll go downwards, inside, like this. That's why when you talk to women, you always have this social calibration problem. You are now showing the women you do not have survival value because too much autism, too much cortisol pumping the system. Now that makes sense, doesn't it? So this debunks the whole fucking, oh, social calibrations doesn't matter. So RSD can talk like this and changes tonality. If you look at the science of it, if you break it down, 55% of your subcommunication is 55%. And if you break it down even further, 33%, I believe, is your tonality. And 4% on the game is your words, 4%. So that's the words. If that's the case, then your body language needs to be more alpha. This is why Elite 30 from hard case to hero is going to work. And here's the funny thing. It's no longer 60-40 now. In my field testing, it turns out to be for Elite 30, okay? It's actually 80-20. The students are using a lot less game now. You're like, what the fuck, John? I don't know why that is. All I know is that when they work on their body language for Kaizen or Elite 30, for some reason, they seem to be getting laid faster. I will assume because you build more trust. In order for you to bring the women home, and a lot of students have gotten laid in girlfriends during COVID-19 for my students. This is why you don't need to invent a new product. You don't need some goddamn new product with more depth and shit because the product never worked in the first place for these bullshit diluted red pill guys. My products don't need to be updated. The playbook is updated every single year. It already works. Why reinvent the fucking wheel? There's 442 late pull motherfucking testimonials. 442. How many does your fucking favorite coach have? Brad Askiss. How many? One? He has one motherfucking testimonial, and now you dumb cunt motherfuckers are calling him events. One motherfucking testimonial when this guy has a high golden ratio for the face, which makes him pre-selected with protector status, being a tall white guy. You guys are stupid. All right, now that you get it, if it's 80% and 20 is just game, that means you don't need to learn as much game to close now because women are fucking scared. This is like they're fucking scared of actually dying. So if you show that you have social skills, you show you have survival value because a person can survive longer with social skills. A person without social skills and just being gaming and autistic fucking PUA shit, that is the first person that she's gonna dismiss automatically. The gaming motherfucker. Do they have student results during COVID-19 for Daygame? The other dating coaches? 0. Fuck you guys. All right. I hope this is fucking clear. If I'm missing anything, maybe this is good enough for the YouTube live because you guys don't really have much of a fucking, attention span. But that debunks red pill completely. So now that you look at it, all this stuff I've been trying to tell you, you didn't want to listen. But now you have to argue against Charles Darwin. It's very simple. Looks, right, equals value. Money equals value. These are survival and replication value, right? Status. Status could be your race, or it could be the earned status, like a cool lifestyle. Guess what? That equals value. So when you think about it, a person with a good lifestyle and they have a good Instagram, the reason why their game sucks, they don't know how to hunt. Like the caveman, they don't know how to fucking hunt because they don't have any skills. But however, by showing off the value on their Instagram, they're able to show the women, check out my tribe. Therefore, the women does get converted. So that fits in with evolutionary psychology because there is a tribe that the guy shows. He shows there's a tribe that women are pre-selecting them, and they're showing they have money to travel the world. And they also show that there's always two tall white guys, always two tall white fucking cavemen that's around these people, vibing with the women. That when you get the short guy, you say, oh, because I'm ethnic. Look at the magic trick, guys. There are two, instead of two women next to you doing the magic trick, there's two tall white guys. There's always two tall white guys. And now you look at the alpha of the tribe. That's the secret. So no matter what, it's always these two white guys that are DHVing for you. That fits in with the tribal mentality. So this whole thing over here does fit in with evolutionary psychology. And now you got social skills equals skills. Nobody wants to learn social skills because they're offended as shit. They don't want to learn social skills. They're so offended. Social calibrations, body language equals skills. Emotional intelligence equals skills because it takes a lot of skills to control your emotions to have a bigger survival value. And lastly, game, which is seduction. In the old days, this is just game. Game is persuasion. Game persuasion and seduction, clarify. You can't always seduce every single fucking second in the tribe in the old days. You can't. Your grandparents and your great-grandparents and your ancestors did not meet because they're fucking PUA. Imagine how stupid is that? It's like, hey, how's it going? Oh, high five for that. You know? And grab you by the pussy. They didn't do it like that. They had social skills. That's exactly why my students are killing it during COVID-19. And their students are like, oh yeah, let's wait for the next game course, right? Yeah, just game, man. Just fucking game. It's just a fucking small piece of it, the game, because you're retarded. That's what John wants to tell you, but you guys didn't want to listen. You look at all this, oh, this height matter, this is whatever. I'm offended by you, John. Oh, certain races get girlfriends. You can't make a video like that. Meh, meh. Guess what? So if certain races get girlfriends faster, which is like whites, blacks, or black-looking, Latinos, or Middle Eastern, and they all get girlfriends automatically without any game or emotions, then that means it's a pre-selection, guys, pre-selection. You see that? All the theories have fit in with the evolutionary psychology. Nowhere did I tell you anything that was bullshit. So anyone who tells you any different is spinning the information. Red pill, for the tribe, red pill, there's always a 2% of the population at that time are narcissistic sociopaths. So the narcissistic sociopath, to get along, they have to wear a mask in the evolutionary psychology day. They have to learn how to wear a mask and blend in and be antisocial by pretending to be social. If there were more of these people, evolutionary psychology, everyone would be like kicking them out of the tribe. But luckily, there is not that many, so you guys are not aware of it. 1% is psychopaths. Usually for psychopaths, they kill in the old days, in the tribal days, they'll kill all the psychopaths, 99% of them. They only keep that one psychopath to help them hunt because the tribe needs to hunt and kill animals to feed the tribe. They always keep that one psychopath. That's why only 1% of psychopaths have existed throughout time. This is just the truth, guys. I'm not going to spin anything. I'm not going to make it sensational. I'm not going to try to be like, John, you're going to need to be less like Dan Pena, like, because this is COVID-19. People don't have as much money because of their jobs, or they're saving up for Brad Kiss course or some fucking bullshit course, which has nothing to do with evolutionary psychology. And you're going to come back after you got burned by all the money, be like, John, I should have bought you Elite 30 or something, even though I couldn't afford a playbook. I'm a cunt. I'm a sheep. Bah. Bah. I was stupid. I should listen to you. Bah. Bah. And that's the thing about sheeps. They have a 10-point less IQ, according to scientific studies, compared to the rest of the population. I don't blame you, sheeps, that you're stupid and you don't have a depth. But now you see this, because if I make this video too long, the sheeps will dismiss. Because the sheeps are so stupid, they're going to dismiss. Because their brain is like one-dimensional. So if I talk 3D or 4D, they're going to be like, John's being negative. John's being negative. What the fuck does being negative have to do with anything? They're being negative because the antisocial fucks are gaming you for money. The inner circle, naturals and players, pickup artists of Vancouver, which I'm part of, they know how to navigate the fucking tribe. That's why they taught me all the social skills and social calibrations, emotional intelligence. And lastly, game is the least important piece. What I mean by that is if you have this, like if you put all the eggs in one basket, if there's like 4 baskets, okay? 2, 3, 4. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. You put some of the eggs here, some of the eggs here. Then you can put less here and less here. And you still have an overall higher value than just fucking game. Because the reason why for them, just a little bit of game. If they're a tall, white, black, Latino guy or Middle Eastern, they don't need as much eggs to get over that fucking basket. What's this guy's post like being on? Good shit, I'm buying the products. That's what they always say, but all of you guys don't have survival value these days. It seems like a lot of you are wants to buy the products, but you can't afford it. If that's the case, maybe I could do a financing plan. You buy $300, I'll give you the Elite 30. I'll take away all the Skypes. After you pay the rest, I'll give you 6 fucking Skypes. How's that? How's that as a deal? That way you can afford it through your stimulus checks. And because you guys want to get your dick wet, you can't afford to listen to the other dating coaches who are dismissing evolutionary psychology. Do it like that. Maybe I should do that. People are not liking my site because they think it's too negative. I would say I'm being more positive because I'm telling you guys the motherfucking truth. The negative people are the antisocial motherfuckers who are gaming the tribe. And that's a problem because most of you don't fit in the tribe because you don't have any social skills. Right? You don't have social skills, so you don't fit in the tribe. And now John has finally explained away evolutionary psychology and has debunked the red pill. I mean, evolutionary psychology, when you think about seduction, game, of course is important. But it isn't everything. Because all these other pieces are more important. And if you can fit into a tribe, the way that you speak, the way your body language is when you talk to women, in a very like hand gestures, facial expressions, and everything like that. When you have that behavioral pattern of an alpha male of the motherfucking tribe, guess what happens? Now during COVID-19, she trusts you. She trusts you because her survival value has been affected. And she's looking for somebody who's alpha that can survive and who is alpha enough to approach her. And the problem is that these goddamn autistic PUAs now approaching nonstop because they think there's a golden opportunity. They're going to get rejected nonstop because they don't have survival value and social skills or social calibrations. They don't. They don't have the emotional intelligence. They're too emotional. They're not going to survive, and the women will see through that. And also what's funny is a lot of my students are going after Asian women because they're blaming Asians for COVID-19. So blame the fucking Asians. So now the Asian women are more open to being approached. I know that sounds awful. I'm not saying prey on them, but it is evolutionary psychology. There is a hierarchy. Asian women will go for any other race except Asians these days. 56% of Asian women who are born in the United States will marry a white guy. A tall, creepy white guy with fucked up hair. Tall, creepy white guy with fucked up hair. That's all I gotta say, guys. I hope you guys learned a lot. And I'm not gonna spin anything. From now on, I'll keep it shorter so you guys can digest it. Because some people are so fucking sheep-like and so ADD. Yeah, I'm not gonna spin things. I don't feel like spinning things. And if for all the people who said you should have been nicer, John, you should have been like, you know, during COVID-19, you should have been more like supplicating to the sheeps. I say, fuck you, sheeps. I hope you fucking die. I hope you breathe in that fucking COVID air, you fucking sheeps. You dumb fucking motherfuckers. That's the reason why you have no money right now and you can barely pay the fucking rent because you're a fucking stupid sheep who basically has fucked up during the first lockdown. I can't wait to see what happens to you during the second lockdown when you have no evolutionary psychology skills, you have no leadership skills, you have no pre-selection, no protector status, while you're dismissing all the motherfucking value. Because you are a fucking sheep. You want to dismiss all of John's videos as being too negative, even though it's the motherfucking truth. John Elite still has all the fucking testimonials during COVID-19. So I want to say fuck you to everyone that thinks you have Daygame testimonials. You don't during COVID-19. John Elite's game has been working. Elite 30 will work 1,000 years before. It'll work 1,000 years ahead. I don't have to update the fucking course. I don't have to update Elite 30 because that course is social skills and social caliber. It never needs to be updated. It is a perfect system. The playbook, I have to update this motherfucking thing every year. It's already updated. This is like the 5th version already, guys. Elite playbook came out like way back then. Way back then, even before any of these PUA products. Before I was a Wayne, before any of that shit. This Elite 30 has came out during Justin Wayne's product called Negro Mastery. Negro Mastery, Elite 30 came out with a social calibrations course. I swept up all the Daygame testimonials. Justin was like, hey guys, if you like my product and stuff, right? Maybe you can like give me like a review or something, you know? So everyone gave a review for Justin scamming Wayne. And guess what happened? Not a single person got laid from it. Everyone was like, I'm a big fan of yours. Fan, worship. See, when you're worshiping, you're not alpha. You are the sheep. You are the beta males. When you're worshiping these other dating coaches, you are the beta males. You're not here to get results. You're not alpha. You're just here to suck them off and ride them as fast as you can because they make you feel good because they're unrelatable. You feel like if they got results, you get results. Yeah, right. So if the alpha male who's tall and strong gets results, you get results. Fuck you. How dumb can you motherfuckers be? You better learn the skills on how to be an alpha before you, oh, John's being negative. He's yelling. He's sounding like Dan Penny again. Well, fuck you all. I don't feel like suffocating. I don't feel like wearing a mask. I'm not going to smile for you motherfuckers. I'm just telling you guys the truth. You don't like it? Guess what? Now I know what Jesus felt like. Jesus kept telling everyone, this is how you get to heaven. Nobody want to listen to him. Nobody wants to listen to him. Charles Darwin told everyone evolutionary psychology exists. And guess what happened? Nobody want to listen to him. No, we're not having a Charles Darwin. What about Copernicus? Hey, the world is not square, guys. It's actually round. You motherfucker, how dare you, you fucking heretic. It took like 100 testimonials. Everyone opposed me. 200, everyone just saying, I don't agree with you. 300, I don't agree with, fuck you, John, fuck you. I disagree with you. No, you're wrong. 400 testimonials. Oh, now sheeps are like, shut the fuck up. But guess what? Even with nearly 450 late poll testimonials, the sheeps are still secretly resisting because what I'm saying to you is too real. You guys are still giving a thumbs up for my video. That's great. You guys are still supportive, but in the back of your mind, you know you're brainwashed. You're brainwashed. And what they're brainwashing you with does not fit with evolutionary psychology. These antisocial motherfuckers know how to game the tribe. This is why the red pill ideology all sounds exactly the same. Looks don't matter, race don't matter, it's all game. It's like, John, stop talking about fashion and social skills. People can, or they think the game is all part of fashion and social skills, fashion value, survival value. Pre-selection, fitting into a right frame. Focus on the game, John. Shut the fuck up about the fucking fashion and the fucking, the fucking social skills. Because anyone can go out there and learn social skills in fashion. There's no money in that. Just focus on the game, John. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, John. Just talk about the game. You want to all focus on the game because the game makes the most money. You got to make some money. This is like a business. Don't tell them the truth. Just fucking stop talking about fashion. Just anything else. Do not release. Just don't even bother about fashion. Don't even talk about fashion. Don't make a product about fashion. That's how they all think. And all the antisocial PUAs or the dating coaches out here, there's a bunch of wolves around this tribe, around you guys. All of them, they all have the same advice. Looks don't matter, race don't matter. It's all about game. But you gotta look at them. They're dismissing their own fucking value. You're like this little Indian guy saying, "Oh, it's all a fuckboy frame," but he's a high status frame. He's got a lifestyle. He's got money. He can travel the world. He's probably a millionaire. But let's dismiss the two white guys that are always around him. Let's dismiss that because it's all game. Stupid. Let's dismiss value, guys, because you don't even fucking. You can't even counter this argument. It's impossible. John has a solid fucking case here. Evolutionary psychology, science. I can show you all the evolutionary studies like I did, but you guys would dismiss it like sheep. That's all I gotta say. I'm gonna stop the video. I didn't want to go on here right now. I really didn't want to go on here, but they're always like, John, right? I was gonna rob my baby mama, but that deal sounds good, John. Just ask me about the deal. Man should not worship other men. A man should love the truth only. That's true, but that's the problem because a lot of these guys who are worshiping other dating coaches. They have autism, they're sociopath, they're ADHD, and they're depressed snowflake cunts who are delusional. So therefore, they're looking for leadership. The PUAs are looking for leadership. And I'd rather not be the guy who's spinning things, that tall, strong, pre-selected guy. Fuck that. I'm just telling you guys the truth. Believe it or not, a lot of people, because of the delusional part, is what fucks it all up. It's all what fucks it all up. So you gotta look in the tribe. Here's another concept that's really good. So this is called the in-tribe, okay? And this is called the out-tribe. The out-tribe means that you don't fit in with a tribe. So a lot of these guys who are PUAs, they all have the same mental illnesses to be part of the out-tribe. Number one, remember, is either sociopath or psychopath, okay? Psychopaths don't give a shit about the tribe. Sociopath who wear a mask to game the tribe. So a lot of my students are more psycho than socio. This is just accept the fact instead of fighting against it. PUAs are creepy motherfuckers. They're part of the out tribe. Evolutionary psychology. Okay? Number two, like this also comes with narcissism and Machiavelli manipulator. Number two, autistic or Asperger's. If they're emotional, they're probably more autistic because they're oversensory perception easily triggered. If they're more like less emotional, but they're more like focused on one thing, and their tonality does not change, and they sound monotone, and they're like Elon Musk. They're probably more Asperger's for the PUAs. See, that's the problem with this thing. Next is like ADHD or OCD. It's that simple. ADHD or OCD. And the last one is called depression or delusions. Depression or delusions. And do you know how delusional the RSD sheeps are? They're completely delusional. And they're depressed snowflake cunts. And with depression, they become like evil, lower self, survival mindset. This is what they call reptilian brain, hunting, surviving. It's same as evolutionary psychology. So these guys are like that. They never think with the higher self because they're not flourishing in a tribe. They only think with the lower self, which is survival mode, screw everyone over. That's just how they think. So when you have all these mental illnesses together, you can see that they don't have much survival value. They don't have social skills because they're antisocial. They don't have like much social calibrations because they're emotional. They have autistic traits, overly emotional, and they just focus on game. Game, John, game. The reason why they want more game is because they're like the out tribe and they're antisocial and they're full of these mental illnesses. I rest my case. That's all I said. I rest my fucking case. I didn't want to be here today. I just felt like I needed to get this message out. So I hope you guys learned a lot. Any longer, people are gonna tune out. It's too long already.